Welcome back, adventurers. It's been about a week or two since I've been out. I was on vacation for a little bit and didn't get a ride in. I'm gonna assess a little bit of storm damage that happened a couple days ago. So I'm gonna get this all ready to go, get the bike down off the car. I'll see you in a bit. So on my drive in here, the road pretty much weaves through the woods like this. I could see that they'd already taken care of some of the trees that have actually blocked access to the park. Taking out a couple of these guardrails here, overall making a mess of things. But they usually don't get out to the trails as quickly, so I try and do what I can here and there. There's a few other guys in the local area that also try and pitch in. Just right now the park doesn't want large gatherings helping out with trail work. So we are going to listen to them so that we can continue having a good relationship with the park. Look at that, I turn the camera off and I turn the corner and out comes a bit of a down vine, it looks like. Snap a photo, drop the pin, and see if I can't move this. This turned out to be more of a tree than vines, and I was considering bringing my little handsaw on the ride, but then I didn't feel like packing it. Now I'm thinking I probably should have just packed it. All right, that's about as good as that's gonna get for right now. I mean, it's not bad. I could honestly leave it there that way, come off and shave a couple of the sharp edges, but it's not an obstacle anymore. And sometimes it is important to come back and give back to the trails that you ride pretty often. That's a big boy. Didn't really do a whole lot with that other than just move shit out of the way. I have to come back, try and trim back some of the branches that are sticking in. That's a very large limb that those are hanging on to, and that is not getting moved by just me. There's a super weird glare at this time of day on this trail. It just sort of beams off the leaves through the trees in front of you. And if you don't know where you're going, you're gonna catch a corner, catch a rock, something you don't want to be hitting. Anyway, let's see how this is in the wet. Oops. I got stuck. So I'm going this way. There is someone this morning is planning on trying to get out in the other direction. So I'm gonna scout over here. Oh, that's a little washed out. Rain must have been soaring down here.
Overall, that section of trail, I would say, has some pretty significant erosion issues from the storms. It's primarily rocks in that area, small rocks, so they're easily shifted around in a big rain, and everything in here is multi-use. So we have everybody from hikers to bikers to horses, and most definitely on that trail there were pretty decent sized holes that a horse could easily get its hoof caught in, and that would not really end well. Just one thing you'll get reamed about in the area is if you ride wet trails, mainly because there's just not a whole lot of people who will come back and give back on trail work days. So it's sort of like taking advantage of other people who are putting in a lot of work, helping out on the trails. Even if you're not from this area, no matter where you're riding around, just be cognizant. If you are one of the people who gets out and rides the trails when they're soaking wet, sure, you bet your ass you better be back. It's so tough picking the same lines in here when everything's wet, because a lot of these roots sort of retain all the moisture. Oh shit, that's a wet corner. But the trail itself is pretty dry for the most part. You gotta have a line for when it's wet and a line for when it's dry. got it. Nice. Fuck. Jesus. Flipped off one of the roots. I don't really have time to get up in the more technical section of the park to scout and see what the storm damage has been done, but I got a good idea of what needs to get hit for now. And if I have time after I come out, I can take care of it then. Alright, that's going to be it for today. Did a nice little scouting run to see what storm damage was out here. Surprisingly, there's not a whole lot of large stuff down. I could come out here and take care of what I saw in about an hour or so. So I'm going to wrap this up. If you like what you're seeing, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, find me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and as always, thanks for riding with me. I'll see you on the next adventure.